welcome back to World of the Psychic.
Together we shall cast ourselves into the future.
Seen any aliens lately?
This is a part of America we never get to see.
Are you by chance referring to the legend of the Loch Ness Monster?
A ball of twine that weighs 19,000 pounds.
What is this, nerd porn?
It is about the Templar treasure, but it's also about other things, conspiracy theories, urban legends, and other myths that are true.
You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the
Travel
Oddities
Podcast. Yo, what's up? It's Travel Oddities Podcast. I'm just kidding. I wanted to do that because I had the sunglasses on. Okay, so... Good gravy, Irene. Welcome to the Travel Oddities Podcast. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
It is Monday, the 30th of January. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can. 2017 ABV. This is episode 63, The Haunted Cades Cove, pardon me, of Townsend, Tennessee. Tonight we're going to talk about, well, first of all, we're not just any podcast. We're so off the beaten path that we don't even know which direction it is. That's how I know we're not like anything else.
True.
What's wrong?
I don't know that being not like anything else is as good as you're trying to make it sound.
Okay. Maybe. I didn't sell it. So yeah, tonight, Cades Cove, campsite, haunted. We're getting there.
Okay.
Am I right or
no,
right?
You're absolutely right.
Fish sandwiches as big as basketballs? Okay. Dude, I don't know.
They're big.
What kind of basketball? Like a Nerf basketball?
I'm talking regulation basketball-sized fish sandwiches
like
here.
Like a flounder on a piece of bread?
Right.
Cool. Travel news from Roswell, New Mexico that probably involves, you guessed it, fashion. Just kidding. No, and the most important, I think the only reason why I show up is because, or the only reason why I show up for the whole show is because it's hard to edit in the top 5. So I really kind of have to do the show to get to the top 5.
Yeah, if there's a way you could just phone in for that 4 minutes.
Yeah, the Brett's top 5 coming at you from the 405.
Really?
Yeah.
You were all about the local references.
Keep it local.
Like, hey, when you're...
Do you think there's
right down there on Meridian is that one restaurant that only exists in this little podunk town.
Right. Don't think that when we get to the fish sandwiches, I'm not going to ask you if they're farm raised.
Okay. I want to get back to the local references.
Get back. Okay.
Since what we determined, about 8% of our listeners are from Canada.
Right.
Candidata. Scandinavia. And then another, 5 or 6% are from the UK. And then we've got a bunch of people listening from south of the border.
Okay, well then I'll start doing this. Every show I will talk about something local in an accent. Like, down on Meridian, where the cars go on the byway. I mean, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
You've
got to be more inclusive.
But okay.
I feel like you're Trump. You're building walls around our podcast so that only you and I.
So when I say stuff, I'll say like, so at home on my flat.
No, but when you're talking about Meridian, you might say in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the country of the United States of America.
Right, but don't most people know where we are? Don't most people know where we're from?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, my boys, you can tell right now I'm from down there south somewheres.
Yeah, but if you go a little bit further south, then that's not it at all, and they don't understand a word you're saying, but they listen to our show.
We ain't got internet, but we sure like your television program. Well, we're on TV. Oh, that's not what the internet is? It's not televisions? No, it's not televisions. So how are things?
Things are good.
Your bedroom coming along?
Yes.
Why do you say it like that?
The renovation of my bedroom is proceeding as planned.
So who's doing the bulk of the heavy lifting?
Currently, that would be my significant other.
Would she disagree with that?
No.
Not a chance.
No.
I'm doing great, thank you. Things are going well.
Mm-hmm.
Some new things have been happening.
Yes.
I'm waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning now. No, I'm not.
So Brett has a new schedule, and that is impacting a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
That is impacting Brett's ability to
Function.
put words together.
Yes.
In order. But it is also kind of put some dampers on the scheduling for our show. But all things go right. This will be the last non-interview show for a while.
For a very long time. I mean, we're looking at what? At least a month of interviews.
At least.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
And the list grows. It grows every day. Every day we touch the list, it grows even more.
Okay. Now
it's exploding with guests.
All right.
So anyway.
So we're ready to...
Let's, Roswell, New Mexico.
Yes.
In a word.
In a word?
Yes.
News.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you.
News.
All right, so tonight's news segment includes Roswell.
Oh my God,
Roswell.
Where is your head tonight,
we're
bro?
Both sleepy. So it includes Roswell, New Mexico. It includes
not to be confused with the extraterrestrial porn star Rodwell.
Yeah. It also includes some travel of a sort, flying saucers.
Really?
Yes, we got flying saucers in our news.
I don't think you could go to... in Roswell, New Mexico, is there a place that you could go to that doesn't have somewhere a UFO, an alien attached to something that they offer?
I'm thinking if you live in Roswell, you better love UFOs or move.
Yeah, something also tells me that if you're the guy that goes, you know what, I'm going to put a Bigfoot shop in next to the UFO laundromat. Something the Bigfoot shop
is going to burn down.
It's not going to last. Anyway.
All right, so tonight's news is from KRQE. It's a Fox affiliate. Roswell teen sentenced to a year in juvenile detention for stealing UFO. Stories by Cheyenne Cope from January 19th of this year. All right, so remember the teen who was caught last year for stealing the flying saucer?
Yes.
We did discuss that. That used to be outside of the Roswell UFO Museum. It was a prank, and it was caught on tape. Now, you may be surprised at what kind of punishment he got for stealing a big ball of aluminum foil and...
an anal probe?
No. That might be fitting.
That's what I mean.
Now, if you think he got a slap on the wrist, guess again. It's recently been released that the judge sentenced him to up to a year in juvenile facility.
Good for him.
The judge or the kid?
No, I mean, good for the judge. Quit messing with stuff.
What do you mean quit messing with stuff?
Well, he stole some.
Okay, yes, I agree. He did steal something. Yes, there should be punishment for that. But it's not like it was hanging above the building. It was like laid up against the wall behind the shop. I guess it had fallen down or something along the...
okay. Yeah, well...
So, and he's a kid.
Right.
So, surveillance video caught him and two friends stealing the UFO back in March. It was sitting behind the museum after it was damaged during a blizzard when the 17-year-old Newman Seely and two others swiped it and took off. Now, again, he's 17. Yeah, I get it. But, man, if I spent a year in prison for the stupid garbage I did when I was 17,
yeah,
I'd probably still be in prison.
So the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
I don't know. But after the crime, a tip led police to Seely. Court records show that Seely then confessed to the crime and was sentenced to up to a year in juvenile detention facility.
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten my butt busted for doing stupid stuff too.
But in the news story, one of the locals basically said he kind of felt like a fine would be more appropriate.
Right. Well, how much would the fine be?
I don't know.
Like space money? I mean, I don't know.
Space money. They did find the UFO trashed in a ditch outside of town, so that was kind of a dick move. But it wasn't really worth anything. Other than the nostalgic value of it.
Can we say dick on here? Because I thought we weren't saying words like dick.
You mean the nickname for Richard?
Yes.
Dick. Or Rich.
But we can't combine words like whiskey and dick together.
No.
Okay.
Because that doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
I don't know. You're messing with my brain. Stop
Okay,
it.
I won't do it anymore.
Okay, so apparently, though, at this point in time, the museum still does not have a UFO back in place. So
it's their own damn fault, then.
If you're a handyman and you occasionally make giant UFO replicas, you might have some part-time work out in Roswell.
Well, we didn't want it, but we didn't want him to have it either, and we're not going to replace it now. I mean, come on. How much money do you think Roswell, New Mexico makes just in UFO keychains?
Man, I don't know, but I'm willing to bet that they don't make much money outside of UFO keychains.
Well, I know, but so tidy up a bit. Replace your UFO. How hard is it? Answer me.
I don't know. Why are you looking at me like I did this?
You miscreant. Anyway.
Okay. So, but that's the news. Travel news. We got a travel destination. We got some UFOs. We got flying saucers. We've
got kids that are
theft.
That are.
Would we call that grand theft?
Yes. Kids that are practicing dick moves.
He's working on his night moves. That's a whole different thing.
Well, no, that could also be known as dick moves as well.
Richard moves.
Richard moves. Rich. Speaking of rich, so moving on.
Are we ready to?
Are we just going to say? How do we segue? Well, we've been doing this for like how long, and we still haven't perfected a way to like
episode 63, and I think we really have this down pat. So what we do is when I finish talking about the news, we play a clip or a promotion for one of our pals in the podcasting world.
Oh yeah.
Life is a mystery. Confusion is all around us. The truth is out there, but you won't find it here.
Maybe it was the ghost of an alien that worked for the government.
You remove the alien anal probe out of the story, and it probably wasn't this guy's worst Saturday night.
Welcome to Hysteria 51, a weekly oddcast of conspiracy theories, mysteries, and the unexplained. All viewed through skeptical eyes and the blurry lens of a beer bottle. Listen to Brent and John make sense of it all each week by subscribing. Find us on iTunes by searching Hysteria 51 or anywhere else fine podcasts are sold.
Yes, Hysteria 51. Check them out because they checked us out.
Well, dude, they're awesome. They're funny guys. They really are. I don't know how
you got some new friends now.
Yeah, I already told you that I offered to trade you for their conspiracy bot.
Wow, we've made some really good contacts this week, and we're going to talk about some of that in the latter part of the show.
Are we?
Well, I just I feel like we should mention that things are looking good. I think we have to every now and again you got to pull out the financials, let the rest of the company know just how well you're doing.
Oh, we're doing well.
I mean, am I wrong? That most companies do that? All right, here's the deal. This is why you're not getting a raise.
So you're not getting a raise. That we just want to let you know as a listener,
you're not getting a raise.
You're not getting a raise,
or the quality is not. This is what you're stuck with this quarter.
This quarter.
Anyway, Cades Cove in Tennessee.
Yeah,
I'm excited about this one.
Tennessee, Townsend, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hop right in.
Whoa.
Cades Cove.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful, gorgeous, dude. Every single picture, I want to go. Beautiful place, tucked in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and it is surrounded by mountains.
Oh, cool.
It offers some of the best opportunities for wildlife viewing in the entire park. There are large numbers of white-tailed deer, black bears, coyote, groundhogs, turkeys, raccoons, skunks, and other animals abound. So you can go out to this one little area and get a whole lot of nature in all at once.
I like nature. The problem that I have with nature is it's unpredictable. I don't know if I want to, be in the bear country.
Well,
it doesn't end well.
They're black bears, dude.
Oh,
they're friendly.
And panda bears look friendly too, but they will maul you.
You could feed black bears. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say that because somebody might be listening, and then I would be held responsible for some.
You can feed black. You know what black bears like? Twigs and berries. That's what they like.
You know what they really like? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Okay, so there's a historic settlement in Cades Cove. It was initially settled by John Oliver in 1812. The area has been constantly traversed by Native Americans who trekked 2 trails through the mountains, threading their way through the woods to the new settlement. And for hundreds of years, Cherokee Indians hunted in Cades Cove, but archaeologists never found any evidence of major settlements by the Native Americans. Now, in this area, in Cades Cove, there's a primitive Baptist church, well known and highly regarded by photographers. It is creepy as shit.
Is it really?
Dude, all of the buildings are creepy. As a matter of fact, I'm pausing because you didn't get a chance to see the pictures of this place, so I want you to understand the scope of creepy. So I'm going to pause the show for just a second and let you take a look at these pictures.
Sure. So, yeah, definitely see what you mean there. I saw the other pictures, but I didn't see any of the structures. Those are some really cool structures.
Okay, so there's a graveyard on the property, and it's right behind the church, the Primitive Baptist Church. There are even some tombstones that are marked with things like murder victim. Now, dude, come on, murder victim?
Oh, yeah.
As your tombstone...
Yeah.
What is that?
Your epitaph.
Epitaph, yeah.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Now, scattered along the loop road are 2 other churches, a working mill, barns, log houses, and a whole lot of other restored 18th and 19th century structures. But the coolest thing about this, you can spend the night in this place, Tennessee's most haunted campground. Cades Cove, probably the most well-known location on a list of haunted places in the Smoky Mountains. The abandoned cabins, the churches, the cemeteries make for an eerie scene. And, dude, at night, it's one thing. You got a fire, you can't see beyond the fire. If you hear something, okay, that's spooky. Mm-hmm. In the daytime, you can see forever, no big deal. But you got to think, right there at dusk, that's got to be the creepiest place ever.
I think we should. I wonder how long it would take us to get there. Would you do it?
Yes, I would, for sure. Now, as far as the ghosts go, over the years, Cades Cove has seen its fair share of murder and tragedy. There's a gravestone of Gregory Russell that reads, "Killed by North Carolina rebels." But there are some specific ghost stories in Cades Cove, and there's a whole lot of spooky activity. If you look, again, it's super easy to find. We've got links in the show notes, but there are several pictures that depict orbs in the graveyards, around the cabins, and other buildings. One particular notable photo seems to capture a woman's face coming out of the wall of one of the old churches.
Now, that would creep me out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. So, if you'd like to see some ghostly activities in Cades Cove, basically stick around till dusk. The crowds head out. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to. So there's really no telling what kind of encounters you're gonna have out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it almost feels like an episode of Scooby-Doo or something. Like maybe there might be some people rattling chains in the distance or something like that. Like it's a facade.
Now, people that stay the night in Cades Cove have repeatedly reported figures in the woods. People that in no way packed with them or were brought to the park. So random strangers are showing up that didn't get there in an automobile that are off in the distance. So a little creepy, a little hills have eyes kind of situation.
Yeah, or the woods have eyes.
The woods do have eyes. Other people have noted strange noises, eerie sounds that echo through the cove at night. Some say it's Basil Estep, who was supposedly killed by the ghost of his wife, Now, there are a bunch of books written on the subject. Many of them delve into the murders and deaths in the area. But if you go, you can pick up a self-guided tour book at the entrance to the Loop Road for information about the buildings you'll see in the cove and the people who live there, which is cool.
So it's inhabited. Inhabited. Is that inhabited?
Inhabited.
People live there?
Lived.
Okay.
It's a park now.
Okay.
But you can camp right in this area.
Inhabited,
yes. Now, they're open every day except Christmas. They've got a bookstore, which obviously you can get that.
Why not open at Christmas?
I don't know. It's Christmas.
Oh, because ghosts go on holiday?
Park rangers do.
Oh, that's true.
They have 159 sites on this overall in this campground. They allow tents and RVs up to 35 feet. There's a horse camp in the area. They allow backcountry camping, so you can just haul off into the woods with your backpack and
just go primitive.
Right, which is cool. Now, the Cades Cove in itself is an 11-mile one-way loop road that circles the cove, offering both motorists and hikers the opportunity to see the sights. If you're going to walk it, they say you need to allow at least 2 to 4 hours. And if you're going to walk all of the trails in the general vicinity, you might need more than that. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm just looking and just watching the thing.
So, thoughts? No?
I'm not being skeptical at all.
Okay.
I think subconsciously you're thinking people have been murdered. You know, there's also probably a story or two about a ghost that supposedly killed somebody. I think it'd be definitely – there's something about being in the woods, though, that are being isolated like that. There's the silence of the forest and there's just something that makes you – well, number one, it always makes you want to go poop. Being outside makes me want to poop. But that would really mess with your psyche a little bit.
I think the part that would really get to me is the buildings being there in the woods, just being incongruous with the lack of activity.
Yeah.
So if it's just you in a tent and these buildings, you know, the old church and the graveyard, the mill,
it's already messing with me.
It'd give me the heebie-jeebies for sure, but I would definitely do it.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Because
you're sitting there, I guarantee you spend most of the time looking at the buildings waiting for a light to come on or something.
One of the things I didn't find was whether they allow pets, but if I'm camping there, I'm thinking I really want my dog to go.
Which one? Which one can you trust to be?
All of them.
Yes, because especially if you took your significant other, you couldn't take one dog without taking them all.
True.
Not happening.
No, that wouldn't be fair. So, but that's Cades Cove. I know it was short, but again, you need sleep. So we put together a relatively short show. But that's there's plenty of research if you guys want to dig into this a little bit deeper. Maybe we'll do a follow-up show in the future. But we're going to leave Cades Cove right there.
Where we left it.
Right there.
Where we found it.
Right there in the mountains.
We're going to leave it where we left it. Well, no shit, Sherlock Holmes.
But if you are doing that sort of thing, you're camping.
If you're into camping, if you're into ghosts, you're into murder, mayhem, macabre.
I don't know where you're going right now, but I am going to say if you're camping in a known haunted campgrounds, you might want some defense. So I did go find something.
Be warned. It is my job to arm you against the foulest creatures known to wizard kind. You may find yourselves facing your worst fears in this room. Know only that no harm can befall you whilst I am here. I must ask you not to scream.
So defense against the dark arts.
Sorry, that was awkward.
Keep a sprig of rosemary in your pocket. Now, rosemary you can grow it cheap. You can buy it cheap. But according to the ancient Greeks, People burned rosemary at shrines to repel evil spirits and keep illness at bay.
Now, the old rosemary trick, that's an old one from way back.
Yeah, that is.
Back in the old days.
I think back before people talked like that. If they ever did.
I'm just a weary old gold miner.
You were slap happy. All right, so some things to do in Townsend, Tennessee, or the town itself. Tiny town. Population 448.
Really? How do you survive?
I called this afternoon and had them count off. So
really?
that's current. 448.
Okay.
Now,
that's wow.
It's tiny.
I mean, we have some towns in the Southwest that are small like that as well.
Were you about to do a really?
I wasn't going to do
reference?
it because I got scolded early on for being too local.
Yeah, everybody was here. We all heard that. That was like 22 minutes ago.
Anyways,
okay,
448. 449 because statistically somebody dies every minute.
You mean 447 then?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
they're dropping like flies.
Okay, so something to do.
New Ghost Daily. Go ahead.
I did find something to do. If you're in this area, you've done the Cades Cove and you're out of things to do, there's a place called Mountain Trax, and it's spelled ridiculously. It's MTNTRAX. They have street legal, all-terrain vehicle rentals, and guided off-road tours.
I thought you were gonna say if when you're done with Cades Cove and you want to go count the population, there's something you can just have them all stand out on Main Street.
So you can rent their all-terrain vehicles, and it looks like they have a really wide assortment. They're only 25 minutes from the Cove. They're street legal, so you can hop on these things and go down to the Cove and look around. Mm-hmm. They also do guided off-road tours, so they'll take you on the trails and tell you everything about it as you cruise along with them. It takes about an hour and a half, but super cool. They're on East Lamar Alexander Parkway in Townsend, Tennessee. And if you want to get a hold of them, contact information is going to be in the show notes. Yes? Really?
I was trying not to burp.
Well,
I did.
We're to the part of the show where we talk about some
things
place to eat.
that would make me burp.
So, Black Bear Cafe.
Of course.
They call themselves a burger restaurant. And I did air quotes.
Why?
Burger restaurant. Because everything on their menu looked super awesome, and I didn't see a whole lot of burgers. So they're also on East Lamar Alexander Parkway. I'm guessing because it's a town of 448 people, there probably are not a lot of roads other than East Lamar Alexander Parkway.
Right.
You either live on East Lamar Alexander Parkway or Main Street.
And if you get lost, it's because you don't know your way up Main Street because you're on East Lamar, or you're on Main Street and you can't find the other one.
Okay, so they're open Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Everything looks amazing. They have huge portions. Most meals are under $10. They have fish sandwiches. They have Mom's meatloaf as a sandwich. Every single picture of this food, the meat is hanging over the bun so far that it doesn't look like it should not fall.
If I got the meat...
Yes.
Would you make a meatloaf?
Yes.
Do you like meatloaf?
Yes. Have you not had my meatloaf?
Does it have sausage in it?
Well, yes, but it also has spinach, and you're looking at me like I've lost my mind. It's got spinach and ricotta and mozzarella.
What?
And it's rolled up like a cinnamon roll.
Yeah?
And then I cook it like that, and then I make marinara and pour it over the top.
Oh, gosh.
It's the Bob.
12 years I've never had your Italian.
You've never had that?
Never had your Italian cinnamon roll.
One of the only things that I know for a fact that my grandmother used to cook. Okay, so Black Bear Cafe. Last thing I want to mention, they got fried okra, y'all.
Hey.
Come on.
You like fried okra, don't you?
I do.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, there are some places that have really good fried okra. Here, in the southwest part of the country.
Yeah, Reno and South 15th.
Quarter mile down the road down there.
So,
why are you on me, man?
What do you mean?
You know what? It helps our listeners connect with us a little bit better when you kind of throw out some of the local stuff.
Local stuff?
Yeah. People want to hear local sometimes. It builds a rapport like, oh, man, I feel like I'm there.
That's fine, and I'll have a problem with that. But you make references that
nobody gets,
that most people wouldn't understand unless they're from here.
Okay, so let me ask you this:
if you say down on Meridian, people may not know that Meridian is a street.
Okay, what do they think it is?
I don't know. The Meridian,
the river.
They might think it's a club. I don't know.
What are you afraid of? They're going to think you're part of some...
I have no idea.
Gay Freemasons?
Yes. The Gay Masons.
The Freedom Masons. Anyways, just, I'm just trying to help our listeners.
Okay, well, help by explaining yourself better.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so, Odd Box.
Yes,
tomorrow is the absolute last day.
That's it.
To get your entry in.
You're not getting it if you don't do it.
And we will announce the winner on next week's show.
Yes.
We will do a drawing.
Yes.
Live.
Yes.
In front of a taped studio audience.
Yes.
Oh, you scare me. Have you lost? Have you passed the point where you can't make words anymore, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay.
No. No, I haven't.
So you're sleep deprived.
No, what I'm saying is I'm excited about this Odd Box thing. It feels like it's been going on probably longer than it should.
1 month.
I mean, I know, but it's let's get it over with. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh, you just want to give stuff away.
I like to see highly smiley, happy people.
Okay, so we will be starting a new Odd Box challenge.
Called the Impulse Box.
The new Odd Box challenge, we have a flyer that for next month. We're going to post it on Facebook, etc., on the webpage.
And you can download it.
You can download it, PDF form. All you got to do is print it, hang it up somewhere, and take a picture.
That's it.
That's it.
But you might want to make there's going to be some slight alterations you'll have to make to it.
Yes.
You might have to have some scissors.
Scissors and tape.
Scissors and tape.
Yes.
Or a push pin.
Or a push pin.
So, looking forward to that. We need to get back into... stop. You're making faces. We need to get back into Odd Challenge.
We already talked about that.
Beer yoga.
No.
What?
Ouija board. We already said this.
Oh, okay.
Technically, we're supposed to do the Ouija board tonight.
Did you get... I don't have one.
That wouldn't have been an issue, but you are going on a cumulative about 9 hours of sleep over the last 9 days.
You're not far off.
I really... Okay,
your math is pretty good.
A Ouija board would typically kind of creep me out just a little bit. I'd have a little... the hair on the back of my neck would stand up a little bit. But if I were using a Ouija board and then you went catatonic from sleep deprivation...
You wouldn't know.
I would shit myself immediately, run screaming from this place, and never come back.
Now, but in the case of that, is it a win for me or a win for you?
I don't know.
Or a loss for you?
I have no idea. I don't know how you count that.
Dude, you won, Brett. You were either catatonic or possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Well, never. It probably says on the back of the box, if you've had 9 hours of sleep in 9 days, do not attempt to play with the Ouija board.
Yeah, I'm thinking in that sleep deprived state, even if you had to do something, over the top to invite a demon into your body, I'm pretty sure right now you just have to show up and
listen. When concrete,
you'd be speaking Latin.
When I'm looking at concrete going, Okay, I can probably...
That looks comfortable. I can sleep right there.
Is that a waterbed? Yeah, I was out laying on the grass earlier, and it was stabbing me. It was like laying on a bed of nails. I'm zoned. I'm in the zone right now. Anyway, so, yes, Oddbox Challenges. I'm excited about it. I think we've got some people out there that have got some pretty good entries so far.
For sure.
And I'm really anxious to see what happens, because we just keep gathering, a Rolling Stone gathers no moss. And we've gathered a lot of moss for a stone that's continued to roll.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
What I'm saying is we have got some new members. We've got some new listeners.
We do.
We've got some new countries. Guten Tag. Hola. Como buenas noches. Well, we're not done yet, so it's not buenas noches yet. G'day, mates. And oi.
Oi?
Oi.
Okay. Killing me.
So
we do have some interviews lined up coming up.
Yes, we do. We're loaded.
We are loaded to bear on the interview front.
They just keep falling into our laps.
So we will start announcing them. We're going to announce in advance from now on. I think after Lyle and Dave, we're comfortable enough that we're going to start announcing them in advance.
So you've gotten to a point now where you feel comfortable enough that you can say Lyle without saying Blackburn. Lyle and Dave.
Well, we've only done 2 interviews, so it's not.
I know.
I'm not asking a whole lot to know who I'm talking about, but Lyle Blackburn and Dave Gauswert.
He lets me call him Tater, but it's because we're friends.
Tater.
Go ahead.
Anyway, we're gonna give you as much advance notice as we can, so that the next interview we have coming up, we'll let you know who it is, so you can throw us some questions via Twitter, Facebook, email.
We're on a podcast that's done once a week. What do you think? If we're going to be doing an interview next week, don't you think we need to be throwing out something?
Well, we don't know who that interview is yet. We haven't finalized scheduling. As soon as we finalize scheduling, we will announce said
interviews. I will give them a hint at one of the guests.
Okay, go for it.
He named the Dover Demon.
He did name the Dover Demon. Yes.
That's all you get.
So you can Google that and take a stab.
Yes.
Anyway, that's all I got.
He named the Dover Demon, Harley.
His name is Dover.
No. Bendover?
Yes.
Anyway, so things are looking good.
Yes, they are.
Are you ready for the top 5?
Dude, did we really skip right over the top 5? I must be as tired as you are.
We did, didn't we?
No, I didn't.
Well, I don't have a top 5.
Well, you didn't. It's yours. How am I supposed to know your top 5?
Holy smokes.
Do I need to wait for you to go pull it out from the floorboard of your car or whatever?
Tell you what we're going to do this week.
No. There will be a top 5. We announced it at the beginning. We announced it right now.
My phone is dead.
Great. We have computers. We will pause the show. You will find your top 5, and we will come back.
I want to go, Daddy. So, we've reached the point in the show, the most important, the most integral part of the show.
Mm-hmm. The one we were about to just completely dismiss because
I felt like I'll do a top 10 next week because I don't want to do one today.
Yeah, we'll be doing.
Well, you know what?
Top 45 and
the top 100
at the end of the year, guys. Promise.
We're doing a year-end blowout where I'm going to do nothing but top 5s 20 times.
Okay.
All right. So number 5, the Millennium Manor. And no, this isn't like a Professor Xavier's School for Millennials. Millennium Manor in Alcoa, Tennessee, was built in 1938 to last over 1,000 years. Only time will tell if William Nicholson is the expert builder he claimed to be. 1,000 years?
When was this built?
In 1938.
Did you check to see if it fell down yet?
No, I have not. Number 4, Theodore Roosevelt coined the phrase "good to the last drop" after tasting a cup of coffee at the Maxwell House Hotel.
Healy.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it seems like I might have heard that.
I've never heard
no
that.
idea. Number 3, this is interesting. A lot of places claim they invented Mountain Dew, but according to the company, the neon syrupy goodness was first created in Knoxville in the 1930s as a new drink to mix with whiskey. Now, you've had whiskey.
Yeah.
You've had Mountain Dew once in your life.
Yeah.
Can you imagine mixing, and maybe the recipe's been altered, but I don't know about mixing whiskey with Mountain Dew now.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good to me.
I mean, they may do it there still.
I doubt it.
So,
where are we at?
This is kind of a law, but not really.
Hold on. Top, where are we at? 3, 4, 2?
We're at 2.
2.
A whale is the only animal you're allowed to hunt from a moving vehicle in Tennessee for. A whale.
Is there a lot of whale hunting in Tennessee?
You can take it any way that you want.
Let's go down to the zoo.
Number 1. Speaking of whiskey, creator of the world-famous Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels, died after angrily kicking a safe and hurting his toe, leading to the blood infection that would be his demise.
That sucks. What was in the safe?
I don't know, but, I've kicked a coffee table in the middle of the night and thought I was going to die. I mean, really? We've made some advancements in medical care, for sure. I can't see somebody dying from that now.
Well, that's all over now.
Well, what do you mean? What's all over?
I was about to say something political. I was just joking about OKRA.
Yeah, you're going to say something. You were going to say something about affordable care. Anyway, here's our law. Get ready. Before you post that potentially disturbing picture on your Facebook wall, reconsider. Posting something that could cause emotional distress without a purpose is against the law in Tennessee. So there you go. There's the Tennessee top 5.
So Tennessee is my
ass.
safe space.
Yeah.
If I don't want my feelings hurt, I can go to Tennessee.
If you're sensitive like me, you can go to Tennessee.
All right. So, bro, that's
it.
That's the whole shebang. That's all she wrote.
Right.
That's the end of it.
That's the end. Finale. Finished.
Fiend.
It really wasn't. I mean, it was a short show because, let's be realistic. Early on in the Travel Oddities Odyssey, if you will, we have some 54-minute shows.
Agreed.
We couldn't squeeze blood from a turnip getting some of these shows done in
I don't
an hour.
think that was... I'm positive that you screwed that up.
That I basically misused that term. There's a lot of things that can be said about sleep. A lot.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Okay, well, wrap us up so you can go to sleep.
Okay. I'm taking that literally. When I wrap this thing up, I'm packing up and I'm leaving.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, this has been the Travel Oddities Podcast. Wait a second. Whoa. Back that thing up.
What?
If you want to get in touch with us.
Okay.
7865-ODDITY.
Yes, 786-563-3489.
You can email us at brett@traveloddities.com or harley@traveloddities.com.
Yes.
Find us on Twitter. We're 5,000 strong at TravelOddPod.
Correct.
Facebook, Travel Oddities Podcast.
I think you already said that.
No, I didn't.
I feel like you did.
I did not. You don't pay attention. What's new?
One of us is awake and one of us is not.
One of us doesn't. One thing is not like the other. Is that how it goes?
Dude, I have no idea.
There's something that tells me if I took a poll of girls named Amber that guys named Harley listen, they would probably say no. It would be a resounding no.
Check out the show.
Please check out the show.
TravelOddities.com.
If you're listening now, you're checking the show out.
Well, I was going to say check out the show notes,
right,
etc. You can support the show at TravelOddities.com. There's a link to support the show. It says it real big at the top of the page.
Support
the show. Brett needs sleep. So if you got pillows you want to donate or, I don't know, caffeine.
Whiskey for my Mountain Dew.
Caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a way where you can donate caffeine to Brett.
If you're looking, okay, you're on the internet.
Dude, you're going down a weird road and you're going to come all sideways at something.
No.
And then you're going to say something weird like support the revolution.
No, here's the thing. You're already on the internet. You're probably going to go to Amazon anyway. Why not do it through our page? And we get a little
little.
A little stipend.
A little bit of love. So check it out, traveloddities.com/support. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, go there.
Whatever
Rate
your
us,
favorite.
review us,
Yes,
review
reviewed
us,
us.
subscribe to us, all that stuff.
Right.
Anything else?
Well, don't send any D-pics to me.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Don't send D-pics to Brett.
Send them all to Harley at traveloddities.com. Oh, man. It's been a hell of a show.
Yes. And this has been the Travel Oddities podcast. I'm Brett.
I am Harley. Peace.
Peace.
I call this one the Campfire Song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along.
Bum, bum.
CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. CAMPFIRESONG song. Patrick.
Song. C-A-M-P-F-I-R.
Squidward. Good. It'll help. It'll help if you just sing along. Oh yeah!
Roots of the ocean. You want to hear it?
Not right this second, but yes, I do. I want to get started, dude. It's 7:20.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I got here and almost an hour early, and we haven't done anything yet.
Oh, whose fault is that? Doom, doom. On a dark, distant highway.
Thought it was Desert Highway.
Cold wind in my hair. One smell of tortillas. And I knew I would be there. I love me a taco, especially if it's soft. Would prefer to have sour cream. You can take tomatoes off.
You are insane.
Are we ready? Are we ready to do? Oh wait! Oh, I got it. Hang on a second.
All right.
I'll show you what I'm going to do.
I'm not going anywhere, so.
I got to do it quick though. Are we recording right now?
Yeah. Lots of dead air.
Check this out.
Check this out.
Cades Cove, Tennessee.
That's how it's pronounced.
Cades?
Cades Cove, Tennessee.
I don't believe that.
Cades Cove, Tennessee. Tonight on 13 News.
Remember the teen who was nailed last year for stealing the flying saucer that used to adorn the outside of the Roswell
going to
UFO
start?
Museum? It was a prank caught on tape. You may be surprised at what kind of...
I was looking to see if I wanted to sweeten that actual news video, but we are... It's sleepy time in Brettland, so I won't do that.
Mm-hmm. I can make a zombie noise from Walking Dead. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's pretty awesome.
Is it real?
Awesome, bro. No. How much? How long
does a
before you
woodchuck chuck?
Well, I know that.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
I can tell.
Okay, ready? Okay, what today's the 30th? Okay, this basically doesn't help me at all. All right, 3, 2, 1. Well, don't you play the thing first? We have to play the.
I was lost for a minute, dude. I'm pretty tired myself, just so you know.
Well, quit staying up so late going doink, 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 doink.
Yeah, because I have a pogo stick.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's got a pogo stick. He's got a whiskey.
You ready?
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
He got a pogo stick. He's got a whiskey. What rhymes with pogo stick?
I have no idea.
Okay, what is a pet name for Richard?
Rich.
Okay. All right. You know, that's probably not funny at, 8 this morning. when I've only been up for 6 hours. Go.
I like when you're slap happy because my jokes are funnier.
Oh, you're on point. You're on fire tonight.
Okay.
I think I've laughed out loud a couple times. Go ahead.
Give me a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2.
Nope. Give me a 3, 2, 1 because that's the way the show always ends.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.